How's it going, everybody? Happy Sunday. Can you hear me? Sometimes I wonder. I don't know for sure if everything's working. I try and check ahead of time, but every once in a while something slips past my guard. How we doing, everybody? All right, Jordan Fear the Beard is here. How's it going, my friends? All right, William's here. Father Time is here. Asaduzaman Pavel. How's it going, my friend? Thanks for being here, everybody. So, what is up? Lots of Netherlands, lots of South Africa, Panama, Argentina, Denmark, Brazil. Man. Oh, and Jefferson is at 35,000 feet. Nice. Nice. He's streaming to the airplane. That's awesome. Can't hear you. Asking if I can hear you. Good. Check. All right. Hello from Sweden. First time, long time watcher, first time joining on the stream, Jeff White. Guess what Jeff White gets? Everybody knows. Woo! I wish I could hear. Sometimes I can hear and sometimes I can't hear. I don't know what the difference is. It's weird. Weird. How are things? Thank you, Dave, for asking. Things are good. Things are very good. As you can see from the title of the stream here, I got the Unifi. I got the Unifi Dream Machine. Check it out. Oh, that's not what I was going to look for. Let's see. Is this? Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. Dream Machine. This isn't the one I was going to look at. This isn't how I was going to look at it, but I was going to do... Yeah, I was going to look at this thing. Unifi, just unifi.com. There we go. Because I wanted to show you what it is. Removing the Google Wi-Fi. Yeah, I did. What? This isn't it. Oh, my goodness. Dream Machine. Dream Machine. There it is. So the Unifi Dream Machine. This guy. It's about that big. I would bring it up here, but it's already installed. But it's about that big. And I think, so it's fairly new. From what I understand, it's only been around for, thank you, UI.com. That would have gotten us there. Thanks, Frank. So, be better to go to their website to look at it. There you go. So, from what I understand, this machine, this Dream Machine, is. Oh, Steve, thank you very much, man. Oh man. Did you say something? Oh, man, you get to say something special when you do that, too. Thank you, Steve, though. Let's see. Let's do the unicorns. Thank you, Steve. I need to make some more of these. Does it cover the whole house? It covers the whole house. Seems to cover all of the 5G. We're going to talk a lot about this thing because I think it's amazing. I think it's good in a lot of ways. But I also think it's sort of, to me, at least at this point, it's like semi-pro. So it's got a lot of features and a lot of settings that I don't know what to do with. And I'm afraid that some of it I've set up wrong or I need to change and I don't know yet what it is. I've had a ton of help. I mean, there's a lot of you guys that deal with these kinds of things. Like they're real network people that really know stuff. Doesn't quite cover it. We told you so. Yeah. Well, I did get a one of these as well, but I probably need to have a couple more. We'll go through some of the problems that I'm having and see what the good solutions are. Let me tell you first what I love most is the user interface is fantastic. So, and then you can see that's what this is. So if I go here, right? Let's see, launch. This, I don't usually do it through this. There we go. I'm probably going to reveal some secrets. So secrets being revealed in 3, 2, 1. First, you need to disable DNS spoofing. So there you go. So that's case in point right there. Just that, I don't know what that is. I don't even know what that means. But for those of you who don't have something like this, the user interface is amazing. There's so much you can do. I spend a lot of my time, because I'm still trying to sort out getting all my devices back on, but I spend a lot of my time on this page, which is the clients page, and the clients are all the little devices that are connected, right? So I've gone through and I've put names on a bunch of them that I know the names of. I've figured out what they were and put the names on them. I had some IP address conflict problems, which were easy to solve, most of them. I just did the same thing I did on the Google Wi-Fi and limited the range of the DHCP, so it could only assign a certain number of addresses, and then I had some static ones that are set outside of that. I still have some devices that are just not communicating. I can't communicate with them yet. And those are mostly my ESP Home devices. The ESP Home devices are still in limbo land. And I think a lot of them, well, I know a lot of them are connected because they're showing up here as being connected. I've got my list of what their IP addresses are. We can find them here. But for example, number 80, so this one. This is one of the ones for the blinds downstairs. And it's working. It's working fantastic. Set up not an IoT like hookup does. That works great. Oh, okay. I have to see what that is, Kenneth. 116. Thought you were doing well with 57. Yeah. Part of my problem is I have so many. When you go back to this dashboard and you look at how many devices I have on the 2.4, I have 84 devices on the 2.4, and that's probably more than I should. And I don't know what to do. Network of things, a network without internet access. Ah, yes. Yeah, and what I'm going to do to make it easy, because 84 of these devices, that's what they are, right? Those 84 devices, that's my Sonoff switches and everything that's Tasmatized and the ESP Home stuff and several cameras and all those kinds of things. That they all have the Wi-Fi SSID and password that I've been using forever. That you all know the Wi-Fi SSID and password to, if you've been paying attention. So I don't want to go through and change that on 84 of them. So I'm making a second internet or a second network that will just be our phones and laptops and those kinds of things, right? Okay. So that'll be one thing for sure that I'll do, and then I'll make this network that I've been using for a long time a sort of network of things. So I'll have to go back and watch Rob's video about that too and see. Good thing about doing a NOT is you can limit them to only use 2.4, so you have good 5 for your devices. Yeah, well, my 5 gigahertz is no problem. I only have a few on there. So tell me this, would splitting this to different channels do anything? Would that help? I don't understand channels inside of that, but the doctor's in session. My network is huge. Thank you. Ooh, disable the auto optimizing session. Okay. I saw that in here. The other thing is there are so many settings. The number of settings and what you can do is just crazy, which is wonderful. It's wonderful. Like that's exactly what we want. That's why I wanted to finally get to this Unifi system, because with every other router I've ever had, it's always been limited what you can do. And they decide, oh, well, they'll only need to do this, so they only give you a certain amount of options and certain amount, even the Google Wi-Fi stuff, which was, I thought, pretty good for most things. I certainly felt like the coverage was pretty good. And, but anyways, and it was nice that there was an app, but it didn't have, the Google stuff didn't have a user interface like this on your computer that you could use. It was only the phone app. That was the only way you could get to it. That wasn't very good. You could do some things, but you certainly didn't have the ability to change all these settings. So this will be my network that we have everybody connect to. And I've warned Mrs. Z's and the kids that we're changing, but we just haven't gotten to make the change yet. Stuff with work. Do a scan and you can see if your neighbors are on the same channel. How do I do that? How many devices per AP do you have? Well, I basically have 2 access points. I have the Dream Machine and one other access point. Excuse me. The Dream Machine comes with one. Follow Rob's video Okay. I will, Kamal. I will do that. If you have a real phone, you can install Wi-Fi Analyzer, and with that, you can do a rather good site survey around the house. 6 separate VLANs on your system. Dang. Well, it would be good to have separate ones. So I'll end up doing that. Let's go to the problem I think I'm having with the ESP Home stuff. Go to static. Okay, let's do that. Let's try this. Statistics and debug stats. Where's debug stats? Here. Debugging metrics. All right, what's this going to tell me? Most active access points. I only have 2. Longest connected clients. Good. This one should be because it's like 2 feet away from that. And then all my Amazon devices, those connected because those are all on 5. Those are all the 5 gigahertz stuff. Just changed my 8 access points to a TP-Link Deco. Wished I'd done it a year ago. So much better. The whole house Wi-Fi with only 1 SSID now. The teenage daughter is moaning no more. Wow. Well, whatever you can do to get the teenage daughter to stop moaning, that's magic. Well, I don't know what the debug stats here tell me. So you tell me what it says. Look for retries. Oh, well, retries are here on this main dashboard. I've seen them. Association failures. Oh, maybe not. I thought I saw them. Maybe that was this. Excuse me, burping. Well, anyways, I want to look for a second at, let's look at the ESP Home stuff. And because I think this is an issue, and I think we can solve this. I think this is an issue we can solve. Unfortunately, this one's already, like, look at this even though this says it's offline, right? But I bet you it's not offline. If we go here, you can probably see it. It is a bit overwhelming. Having all this information is a bit overwhelming, especially for somebody who gets easily squirreled. So there's Janice Garage right there. Right? It says it's connected, isn't it? It wouldn't be on this list if it wasn't, right? Seems to be working. It's not a great signal, but it's not the worst. But when I try and go to it, I can't. It's like, why is it not there? More data. When I switched over, removed EHPs and added them back. So I tried that too, Kenneth. And I even know, like, I can go through here and I can see when I have an ESP Home device. Like, let's do the office blinds. Okay, we'll do the office blinds. Find the office blinds. Office blinds. Okay. The IP address is 150. It's connected. Everything should be good. I did put it on a static IP address. Down here. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, I didn't have to on that one. I'm sorry. I was thinking of something else. Okay. Anyways, so it's here. Okay. Office blinds. Great. If I go to Home Assistant, if I go to the integrations, I think I already deleted it, but let's go back and see. Integrations is going to be here. Integrations. I can look for ESP Home office blinds. Oh, we already deleted them. Yep, I did. Okay, so I already deleted it from here. So let's try and add it back. I must have deleted it last night in the process. And then we know the IP address. It was 150, I believe. And I wrote it down here. Yep. And then I submit it. And last time it gave me an error. Let's see if it gives me an error. Yep. It gives me an error. What the heck? We go back here and look. Office blinds, 150. That should be the IP address. How come ESP Home, not everything Tasmota? I was really digging ESP Home for a while, and I still think it's really good. I think the problem is when you go, Like, watch this. If you go to ESP Home, we're back here. You go to ESP Home and you go to one of these devices like this one. If you want to show the logs, look how it tries to connect. It tries to connect. It connects through this. Well, no, sorry. This one is connecting through the IP address because I've set the IP address as static. I didn't set the IP address as static in most of these. So if I use a different one, like we'll use this one, main bathroom. I know this one's not going to work. Show logs, look. It tries to go to mainbathroom.local. And that's not going to work. I don't know why, but it's not going to work. Can I ping them? They need VLANs. Does the office blind respond to a ping? Can I do that through the command line here somehow? I can do it on my Mac easy enough. Can I just go to ping and then... Nope. 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 Let's try and unplug it and plug it back in. Okay, that's reset. MDNS is screwy. Yeah. So I've done that. Let's go there. Let's go there. The MDNS. While we're waiting for that to start back up. So MDNS, which is, this is awesome, by the way. This is a search in settings, right? So settings, and then you can search for stuff. Why isn't it giving me what I want? Can't find what you need. What? Oh, because I spelled it wrong. That's why. Enable or disable. So it's enabled. Is there something else? Navigate to settings and search enable. Yep, I did. It's on. Help me. Please switch to classic mode. Okay. This way everybody recognizes that you guys are more familiar with this. Hard-coded gateway. Look at the DM. Oh, I haven't even opened this. Icofar has been helping me a lot. Okay. Forgot to tell you to make this. Sure, this has caused issues. UAPSD. Okay. Save delivery. It's not showing up. Where is that? Run the ping again. Okay. Sorry, it's going to be hard for me. I will try and I appreciate everybody helping, and I will try to follow along. But I'm sure I'm going to be getting a lot of different suggestions. Yeah. Oh, now it's working. Okay. Now, let's see what. Now, what if I do this, huh? Well, I don't think that one had the. I don't think that one had the web UI, so that's not going to do me any good to do this. But now let's try just adding it back here. This will probably work now. Watch, it's going to work now. Yep. Turn it off and turn it back on. That was it. Enable multicast. Okay, I got to find that, Frank. Let's do that. Let's go to trying to follow along. Your wireless network. On the settings of the network, make sure enable multicast enhancement. Ooh, I think that's turned off. I'm pretty sure that's turned off. Let's go. And it's going to take me a little time to get familiar with all this stuff. Not local networks, probably, right? I need the Wi-Fi network. Wi-Fi networks. This one. Edit. See anything else in here it needs to change? Oh, this was the one, Ikfar, you told me to turn off. Make sure this is off. Yeah, okay, that's off. And then Frank just said, make sure this is on. Okay. Anything else you see there? I'll give you a minute. Give you a minute. I know it's delayed. Even ID, it's the same as SSID. I've had issues when you replace the AP. You got to reboot all the devices. Oh, that's going to suck. But yeah, okay. I understand. Turn off auto optimize. This one. This is part of what I'm talking about, right, guys? There are so many options here. Like what's on, what's off. That should do the trick. 300 watching, 17 likes. Thank you very much, Jamie. Okay. Reboot all the devices is easy. Where's the breaker box? Yeah, that's what's going to come to. Okay. So you think this... Where was that auto optimize? Okay, this one. I can't turn it off. Okay, we're going to apply those changes, and now we're going to try the MDNS again. Welcome to Unifi. There's a learning curve, but it's awesome once you dial it in. Thank you, Scott. And I think you're absolutely right. And I'm going to stick with it. I had been frustrated a lot in the last week, let me tell you. I've been frustrated a lot. And I have questioned my decision. But it's growing pains. And what I would say, oh, hopefully this doesn't, I just reset the network. Let's see if the stream continues. What I would recommend is starting with this. Start with Unifi right off the bat. Like, don't buy any, if you have any kind of desire to get involved in your house electronically and how it works and what it does, just start with Unifi. Don't mess with anything else. Do it one time. And I think this is probably a good device. This device, this Dream Machine, I think is really good. I think they've finally made something that makes it easy for somebody to get started. Yeah. I think my house is pretty big. I think what I'm going to do instead of the AC Pros, I think I'm just going to do a bunch of lights. I think I'm going to do a bunch of AP lights. I don't remember why, but I did a lot of looking at them, and I thought that would be fine. I don't know what Hobbs is. Okay, let's try it again. Now, I know I have, let's go back to ESP Home, and let's see if these things can be reached now. I know this, let's see which ones. I know this one. Nope. This one, yes. This one has been restarted since I changed the router. So I know that this one should have been restarted. So let's just do show logs and see if it's going to connect. So far it doesn't look good. Sometimes it has to do this a couple times. We'll see. Yeah, and I would also recommend this. This is definitely something I have learned. When you, it won't? Okay. When you do ESP Home, just put a static IP address in. Two things. One, definitely put a static IP address in. Two, definitely put the web UI option in so that you can do, like, for this one, I can go here if it's going to work this time, which it probably isn't. I don't know why. It's offline, but this kind of stuff drives me nuts. Filtering broadcast enabled. So go back again. Okay. One option you need to change. Okay. I'm happy to get Frank on a call. Frank, if you want to come in, that would probably make this a lot easier. We're going here. Settings again. Where is that option? Filtering broadcasting enabled. Okay. So let's find that. Oh, this one. Nope. I need to enable it. Nope. What other filtering broadcast is there? This one? I don't have either of those on. Nope. Okay. Everything in Home Assistant just shut off. My lights, my fan. Okay. I don't know why. So it's things like that that I'm thinking, you know what, I wasn't having those problems with Google Wi-Fi. And I'm sure it's my fault. It's my not understanding. But, man. Part of the Wi-Fi network settings. Okay. What's that setting, Frank? I don't see it. Seems like this always happened with a network upgrade. You're not alone. Classic mode. I scrolled past it. Make a video on what are we fixing today when I get that going. Good, thank you. The whole shopping complex with 1,000 network devices. Golly. All right, let's see. What did it say? Filtering broadcasting. Where's that? There's only a few places where the word filter exists here. Turn off the data rate control. DNS snooping. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. The site settings. Okay. Well, we'll save this. It's probably going to restart everything. It's not in the classic mode. Try new settings. Edit. So this optimize one, I can't turn it off. Setting is automatically managed by the auto optimize network feature in the preference settings. Okay. And then every time I change something, it's going to restart the network. I'm surprised it hasn't dropped the stream. Turn my lights back on. So fun. Okay, turn this off. Block multicast and broadcast traffic for high-density Wi-Fi networks. If I don't have a high-density Wi-Fi network, nobody does. Right? Okay. Off, you dirty beggar. What else? Oh, let's save that. Now it's going to turn off while my lights turn off again. Bingo! Ding, 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 ding. Winner, winner, winner. It's time for Dr. Pepper. Just won an MDMS toaster. Don't you find, like everything else, the more options there are, the more things that can go wrong? Amen, Steve. Amen. Well, one thing that this whole process has, well, another thing that this whole process has brought back to the forefront of my project list is some way to do more things wired in my house. Oh, try not to scream at the screen. Is that what you've been telling me this whole time, Matheson? Sorry, brother. Thanks for your help. More chances for explosions. Speaking of explosions, we haven't done that in a while. This one's for Frank. Frank sent me this one a long time ago. That one was Frank's. No, I really want to wire more things. It's a lot complex. You learn along the way. That is cool, right? Hey, if you guys are okay with watching me learn, if you don't mind watching me struggle, and thank you guys, everybody, for helping, Frank and Matheson and the whole gang. I love learning. It's kind of, I don't know, sappy cliche, but it's fun. You know, you get excited when you learn something new. How many DHCP timeout failures in the dashboard? Let's look and see, Pavel. Let's look and see. DHCP timeouts in the dashboard. Where do I find that? Oh, 119. Muchos. I would think that's muchos. Love watching you stumble. That's why we're here. Okay, good. I promise to keep on stumbling. No, but my hey, Charlie's here. I really do want to offload my Wi-Fi some if I can, and I would really, really love it if I could figure out enough Arduino programming to DHCP snooping will make it like 0. Okay, where do I find? Let's go to the settings and find DHCP snoopings. DHCP snoopings. DHCP snooping. Snoop. No. Where do I find it? Is it in the classic? Assad, you probably want it in the classic, right? No, never. Okay. Want to stumble hard? Set up a Cisco router using command line. No, thank you. Disable. Okay. We got a conflict of philosophies. That's cool. There's always something to learn watching your streams. Good. Prevents rogue DHCP servers. Okay. Ended up buying USB Ethernet adapters for Chromecast to offload the Wi-Fi. USB Ethernet adapters. Oh, very nice. So then, what do you do with those, William? If you've got USB Ethernet adapters, so you've got a device that goes like the USB connector on some, like a, I don't know what what are you doing with those? Make sure optimizing high performance devices is off your Wi-Fi networks. Okay, the only things that are on are enable multicast broadcast filtering, combine name SSID, which I want to do. I guess I don't have to, because everything on that one is going to be fine. Yeah, that's probably fine. Enable multicast enhancement. Permit devices to send multicast traffic. Okay. Yeah, I think everything else. I don't know what this does. Disable CCMP encryption. The network will fall back to the TP. Sink or swim. Multicast filtering. I do. Okay. Filtering. Filtering. Turn it off. Yeah? And now it's going to reboot the network again, and my lights are going to go off again, and then I'll turn it back on, and it'll be okay. Okay, let's go back to this dashboard. There it goes. There goes the lights. I'm just surprised that the stream has not failed. Maybe this time it will. I'm not connected via Wi-Fi, no. I guess that's all. It's just restarting that part of it, huh? Come on, you stinker. All right, well, let's go to ESP Home while we're waiting. Oh, Janice's garage was working for a second. Switch on the Dream Machine PoE. They are not, as far as I understand, Rick. They're not PoE. You do need to, but they give you, at least with the AP light that I bought, they give you an injector. They give you a power injector. Let's hold on, I can turn my fan and my lights back on in my little space here. Oh, why is things not turning back on? Okay. It's back to offline again. How's it going? Oh, you know, stellar. They're probably in AP mode. Oh, good grief. Yep. A lot of things are anyways. Anyways, I'm going to go manually turn this on. Oh, man. Okay. Oh. Oh my gosh. Okay, now we're all back. I'm just not very patient. I think that's I've probably, and maybe some of you have done this, you've caused yourself problems by not waiting long enough. Sometimes you start some process and then it's halfway done and you're like, I don't think it's working, and then you flip a switch or start it over, do something, and you totally jack something up. Wi-Fi settings, turn off the automatic light, turn off toggle. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Frank. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Somebody's pulling my leg, I think. You got me. You got me. I'm a good sport. I can take it. So let's look at the clients list here again. And I think now that we've made several changes, let's see. I'm trying to touch my face less. If you guys see me touching my face, like, holler at me, okay? Because I'm trying to, like, not spread the coronavirus. That's what they said in the CDC. It says don't touch your face. Okay. And I shouldn't say that word, right? They'll ban me on YouTube. Really need to disable reboot of the devices. Yeah, I think what I will do now is go back through all of my Tasmota devices and do a few things. I will update them finally to the latest Tasmota. I still have devices that are running like 5.8 or something. So I'm going to go back and update those, and then I'm going to change some of the settings to what they do when they restart and stuff, or when they can't connect, so that they're all doing the same thing. Because as you know, you guys have watched my process of the years as I've built my little smart home. I've done it piecemeal. It's been a little bit at a time. 5.8, yeah, for Tasmota. It's bad. It's old. So I've done things a little piecemeal. So I've got, some devices that, and if they've worked, I haven't messed with them. But I think I'm in this point right now where everything kind of blew up, right? And it's time to restart, a little spring cleaning, set things up again, and do it maybe differently or right or whatever. So, all right. I'm going to go back in here, and we're going to find the office blinds again. Office blinds, 150. Did we end up, I can't remember where we ended up. Did we end up, that end up working? Can't remember. I think it did, right? The office blinds did end up working. So then let's try. You have to go. That's true. I will have to do it all. Yeah. Well, I think can I go to minimal and then go to 8, or do I have to go one at a time? Yeah, let's go to ESP Home page. Thank you for keeping me focused. See, that's just crazy there. That's still not showing up. Office blinds is not showing up. What the heck? I need to unplug them again. I'll try it again. All right, Ed Evil has subscribed. We're going to do something fun. Oh, except my stream deck just failed. Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah. Is the .local address in the logs an issue? Yes, that's the problem. Oh, look. Look what's online. Look what's online. Oh, my goodness. Now they'll work. Yeah, this has been the issue, is that ESP Home uses this. And now it's working. All right. And definitely, Bearded Tinker, that's what I was saying. What you want to do, no doubt. At this point, I have learned my lesson. And whenever possible, I'm going to give a device a static IP address. Oh, hey, Whiskers is here. How's it going, buddy? Sorry. Yeah, it's MDNS, right? And that's why there was like all those settings that had to do with MDNS, and I didn't have them all right. So what I will do now, my Wi-Fi password is still secret, but you can go in here and you can set, let me see, how did I do that? I just made it, I want to make it easy for myself here. This. But it's a problem to have to keep have to restart the blinds or restart all these devices. Hopefully I won't have to do it to every one of them. But in general, I mean, that's not a fun thing to do. That's a pain in the butt. The live spreadsheet of the numbers. Okay, so now we're going to go back here to this office blinds and we're going to add a couple things to this Wi-Fi. Like that. Now, I want to make sure this was the IP address that I used for Janice's garage. So I'm going to make, I think 231 is probably, my DHCP addresses that I'm allowing the router to use to power down the house. Yeah, that might be what I have to do. But the DHCP range is up to 200. So things above 200, then those are ones that I'm setting as static. Sound fair? Sound good? With the current address, well, what I want to do is I want it to use a set like this. I want it to be, you know, a DNS, an IP address that's in the range that I want. So office blinds are 150 right now. And I just want to make sure I don't have anything that's 230. I have 230, but not 231. I'm going to make my ESP Home devices in the 230s. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to make that 231, and we're going to put this web server here because this is the only reason this has saved me, because when other things couldn't connect, I could at least, thank goodness, control the heating in the house, because the heat that for our house is dependent on ESP Home, and it wasn't working. But fortunately I had put this web server in there, and I could go to the web server and turn the heat on and off. Thank goodness. All right, so we're going to save that. Let's validate it just to make sure. Valid. Let's upload it. Okay. I like ESP Home. I was in the ESP Home Discord channel the other day, and you know, Odo did so much work, and you know, so much of this stuff is just volunteer time and things, but you know, I think he's got other distractions or whatever, and it hasn't been a lot of new development, but it still works really well, and it's still been a really good thing. What is that about? Oh yeah, the state. Yeah, I probably should change that. I haven't messed with it in a long time, but the state changed from, for a cover, it's not state, it's position. I'll have to fix that. Doesn't Tasmota have web server fallback option? Tasmota always has a web server. Idaho Joe, which, by the way, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. But yeah, Tasmota always has a web server. So that's, you know, a benefit there. You can always rescue a Tasmota device if you know that it's connected to your network and you know the IP address. You can always find it. You can always get to it. ESP Home wasn't that way. If you don't set it as error connecting reboot. I don't know what that's about. Probably gotta restart itself. Yep, there we go. So it's updated, and now when it's got this little box, that means it has the web server that we can connect to. Maybe. Oh, I touched my face and nobody told me not to. What is that? Oh, it's the microphone. Oh. Nope. All right. Use DHCP reservation for static IPs, a lot easier to manage. So I use the way I have it, Chris, is I let the DHCP assign addresses from like 2 to 200. It didn't flash? Nope. Now what? Okay. Super awesome. This isn't going to work either. Oh, set it. Okay. I see what you're saying. So set it with that IP address in here. Okay. I see what you're saying, because it's trying to find it at the new IP address, and the router hasn't changed it, hasn't given it a new IP address. I got you. I think I'm catching it. Where'd it go? Office blinds. Okay. Over here. Thank you. I don't want that. I want it to be... There we go. Okay. Now do I need to like tell it to reconnect or something? Just force it to disconnect and reconnect? All right, Sven finally made it to the live stream. Woohoo! Well, I need to restart the device too. Okay. Greetings from Hamburg, Germany. There's a way to reserve an IP for a device in DNS so that the device is configured as DHCP and it will always get the same address. So it's like a static IP. Oh, okay. Well, like I just did. Mistakenly loaded Tasmota Minimal onto a Sonoff Mini. Is there a way to go back without soldering? I don't think so, Dave. I don't think so. I think you gotta solder. That's what I did. I did exactly that and messed up and had to solder the wires on. Sorry, brother. Hey, Vanessa's here. Force reconnect may not always work. Device reboot is always the best. Okay. Well, let's watch and see what it does. So far, it hasn't changed. It doesn't look like right there. Establishing remote. Ooh. He cries. Sorry, brother. I'm crying with you. I am crying with you. Okay, it doesn't look like it's there anymore as far as office. Let's find it here. 231 office blinds. Oh, and then went back to 150. Oh, 231. Oh, back to 150. I need to download the bin file to change the IP address? What? Isn't that something? It's bouncing back and forth. It's like there and then not, there and then not. There's 231 and then it goes 150 and then it disappears. No, that says no. Hey, there we go. Now it's working. Okay, now I was able to connect to it at 231. And so I assume then, let's upload this again. If you remove your manual IP setting and upload it, should force a reboot. Paste the IP config back in. Looks like it's uploading now, the new changes. Okay. Sweet. Oh, that was one device. I only have like 10 of those. And then the other problem, let's mildly change gears for a second by thank you. Sweet. We're done. We're good. Over the air, it's all set. Stop. And now we can go to this. Should pop up now. Beautiful. Yay. Congratulations, everybody. Pat yourselves on the back. Just 99 more of those to go. I know. It will all be worth it, Ikfar. You are right, my friend. You are right. I know. I need you guys to keep reminding me that, right? Now I know the process. Yep. Now I just need to do it a little bit at a time. The tough part is this is something that I wish I could do when I wasn't here at the house. Because when I'm here at the house, I like to try and do, physical things and not just computer things. But set all the DHCP reservations, then disable Wi-Fi in Unifi. Re-enable, and all IPs will get assigned. Oh, that's a good idea. Unifi is a beautiful thing, Jamie. I agree with you. Absolutely. Isn't it easier to assign an IP to that device MAC address. You mean like in here, based on the MAC address, assign the IP? I like, now that I've broken my network a couple times, I like having the device know its IP address. So when the device connects to the network, I want the device to say, I want this IP address. That seems, if you're going to make any changes in your router, that I think is a better way. It seems to be very reliable. Yeah, and that's a reservation, right? And that's the difference between a reservation, which is what you do in your router to say, I want this device to have this IP address. That's fine. But you can also, on the device, say, you have this IP address, and it's the device, and that is static. So that's terminology I think I learned like a week or two ago. Reservation is a reservation of the IP address is in your router, but a static IP address is something that you set on the device. So on the ESP board, in that software that's running on that device, you're telling it, use this IP address. And not every device gives you that option. In fact, I don't think Tasmota does. You guys tell me if I'm wrong. Does Tasmota give you that? You probably can, but it doesn't. You probably can do it with a command, but I don't think you can. I don't think it shows up that way. Let's pick a Tasmota device here to look at. All right.
I got my ESP Home Sonoff SV working at long last.
All right, way to go, Nick. Thank you very much, by the way. And so glad you finally got your Sonoff SV working. I love the Sonoff SV. You might have IP conflicts. So the thing that somebody told me, Serge, and you guys are all network pros, so I'm talking to myself out loud here. But what I did is set the DHCP, give it a range that is, from IP address .1 or .2 to 200, and then let it assign devices in that range. But for the device numbers above 200, those are ones that I set as static in the device. So I'll go to like my WLED boards. A lot of my WLED boards are in that range. If we look at, if we sort it this way, a lot of my WLED boards are in that range. See? Like 101, 201, 2, 8, 17. So they're in that above 200 range. And that's because it lets you put that in there. Don't ever choose a static IP that is in your DHCP range. Yep, I did that. I did that, and it was wrong. Yes, so 200 to 255 are my static IPs. That's right. That's an empty range that I am allowed, that I set for my devices. Is 254, is that how it goes? Okay. What are you doing is absolutely correct. Okay, good. There's nothing wrong with that. We'll always set both DHCP and fixed IP. If I lose the router config, I will keep the IP. Yeah, why not? Why not, right? Okay. The other thing that I wanted to, since we're on this topic. All right, Paul just subscribed. Thank you, Paul. Cover your ears, everybody, because it's going to work or it's gonna. Sorry about that. But thanks for subscribing. Yeah, I did that for a long time, so good enough. I just was always doing it in the router. You reserve the IP addresses in the router. But you can, in addition, in some cases, set a static IP address on the device. And that's important. Let me tell you this, or ask me, Jordan, if I do that, if I want to expand it to 512, do I have to change the other parts of the subnet? Is it not going to be 192.168.1 dot something? Does it have to be something else? If you have more than 50 devices, you need to change. Yeah. Hopefully I won't get there. Keep a spreadsheet of the devices so you can quickly set up again in case of a router failure. That's a good idea. Well, this sure makes it easy. This is one of the funnest things about this Unifi is this sheet, this page right here, this client page where you get to see all your devices and how they're doing and whether or not they're connected. And you can see how fast it updates. Like, look how much it's updating. .01 to 1, 2. Okay. More than one DHCP server because that may mess up big time. You can set multiple ranges on that DHCP. Hey, Glenn's here. How's it going, Glenn? Yes, and you can back up the Unifi config. That's awesome too. Just now about to hop on the stream. Gotta have to watch from the beginning. Got my UDM this past week too. Oh, awesome. All right, man. Well, hey, let's be chatting on Discord, my friend. We'll be, I don't want to say commiserating, but I hope you have a better time than I did this first few days of having this thing. I'm going to go through Rob's way. I'm going to definitely go through Rob's video and check that out. Let's find Rob's video. I can bookmark it. Is it one of his newer ones? I haven't watched all of his newest ones. Ooh, look at that. I'm touching my face in the screenshot. Oh, man. They're going to come after me. CDC. Whoo-wee. Let's see if the hookup finally is Rob instead of, yay! It's finally Rob. Rob's finally gotten to the point where he's big enough that it doesn't show a bunch of people smooching and stuff when you put that in. Oh, well, we still get down here, but at least the top few are actually Rob. Okay, let's see. Is this what it is? Part 1? Oh, no. Part 2, probably. This one. 80,000 views. Nice. Save to watch later. Okay. Excellent. Stickers for face touching. Might wear a Breaking Bad suit on the plane. Yeah, probably a good idea. If I didn't have a contact at Marikai, I would have definitely gone with Unifi. Oh, you do. That's a different brand, huh? Marikai. Finally catching live, Ahmad. Thanks for being here, my friend. Thank you for being here. We've actually been pretty on topic today, haven't we? Part 2 and part 3. This must be part 3. Part 3. VLANs, firewalls, MDNS. Okay. Rob's done such a good job. He's done such a good job. He's got a good system for what he does for videos. Right now, for me, I'm like, I don't even know when I'm going to do another video. Okay, now, part 2 of sorting out the new Unifi setup is my Blue Iris. Oh dear, it wants me to sign in again. Well, interesting. And it's probably gonna put my password off, but okay. Now, look at the problems I've got here. Same issues. And it's funny that some of the cameras have worked and some of them have not, right? Face touching. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Hey, Brendan, how's it going, man? Thanks for being here. It's a bad habit. It's a really bad habit. I got to stop. All right. Well, you can see me down there. And you can see it that I've got 4 of the 9 cameras working, right? Hey, Fi, how are you, man? Haven't seen you in forever. Forever and ever. The one assigned static IPs versus not. Yeah, probably. The trick. Now, let's think about this. This one is let's see. This one is the Reolink E1. If I go to the Dream Machine, I can find the Reolink E1 right here, but it looks like it's not connected. 0%. Let me go make sure it's plugged in. Okay, it's plugged in. Or it is now. I unplugged it, plugged it back in. It's unfortunately in a location that can get unplugged frequently by kids playing around. So let's find it again. Doesn't look like it. Oh, there it is. Okay, Reolink. It is 162. And that's a different IP address. I'm going to just, I'm sure, absolutely positive that that's the problem in that case. Where did my, oh, it's over here. Yep. Now here in this, unfortunately, in this user interface, this web UI, I can't make those changes. So I have to actually open Blue Iris to make those changes. And I think if I do that, it's going to mess up something else, like the stream in general. So we're going to say, but we should be able to do something like, let's check it by going to the settings, or going to VLC. Let's go to VLC. And we should be able to find it there and stream it. $162. See what happens. It probably needs to have like a port and all that stuff, right? I think I have a document that tells me what those things are. Stairway. Oh, it doesn't look like it needs anything, according to this. I guess I could I could look at the Reolink software on my phone and see what it says. My chroma keyed with no green screen behind you. I have a green screen. It's just way back there. It's on the wall. So it's basically the whole wall. That's here. Watch this. I'll show it to you. It's upside down. I've actually thought about getting rid of that at some point. And I might like move the dragon over there, or put some other decoration on the wall over there instead of the green screen. But it's nice to have the space, all the space that you wouldn't see. There's stuff there. There's like useful information on the screen there. So, just realized the time. Oh, hey, Sam, how's it going? Sorry, you missed everything. What you missed so far was a whole lot of troubleshooting on my Unifi, especially MDNS resolving stuff. And I think I know what to do now. Sonoff question. Can I make a video on using Google and Sonoff to start your vehicle? Here's what I would tell you to do. Oh, you know what? You want me to make my chair disappear? There. I actually do have a chair disappearing sheet. I just don't always use it. I should, though. I should, huh? Is there another way other than hooking to a spare remote? I mean, if you set it up so that you have a Sonoff that's connected to your home network. All you need is a relay in place of where you put your key, right, or in parallel with what you do with your key, and then the relay, when the relay closes, just make the relay normally open. You can activate it with Home Assistant. Maybe I'll do that on the Bug. I almost touched my face. Bring back the floating head. I could do this. This was actually what this was for, and this is way not helpful to anybody tech-wise, but what this was for was this. It's like a bib. Well, when you're not home, you could do it. It would have to be either. Yeah, there you go, floating head. Just touch it with your elbow. So I do have an idea. What you would do is you would have to set up your Sonoff so that it has an AP mode, and then you'd have to connect to it through AP mode. So when it's not connected to your home, it would broadcast its access point mode, and then you would just have to connect your access mode attached to the access point, and then you could turn it on through your phone or something. But I do I would kind of agree that making a Wi-Fi starting for your car. I mean, I don't know where you live or what the crime is like and such, but it's probably a little risky. I don't know. I've thought about doing it for like the Bug, because the Bug just sits in the garage. You know, I don't know if I've thought about it. I don't know if I would really do it. Couldn't you record an RF stream from a remote start key fob and then replay it? Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Setting the time the starter is engaged would be tricky, not to grind the starter. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Well, of course, I was expecting Sir Goodenough that we were just discussing electric cars, not those gas things. To your phone, that'd be nice. What's the shiny thing on the bottom right corner? It must have been a little bit of something that wasn't out of the screen. Did any of your Sonoffs die during the time? No, actually, it's amazing. My Sonoffs have been my Tasmatized devices were pretty good through my restart of the network stuff, so that's not too bad. Well, the RF key fob, if you're talking about a car one, yes, you could just. I say that and then somebody turns my lights off. Oh, the shiny thing. Oh, well, who's messing with my lights? Why is somebody messing with my lights? We haven't touched the network in a while, so I don't know why those would have turned off. You know what else has caused trouble? So the cameras have been one bit of trouble, which we sort of got started playing with and then got squirreled. The cameras have been a bit of trouble. The ESP Home devices have been a bit of trouble. And the HA switch plates. The HA switch plates have been a bit of trouble. Oh, I touched my face. Ah! Just about a 10 terabyte drive so I could repurpose. Oh my gosh. 10 terabytes. Tesla has a cell signal. You could do it over data or SMS. Hands on the face. Hands on the face. Don't touch your face. You just jumped. The squirrel scared you, John? Savage. Oh, what did Blade say that you got called a savage for? Oh, that's you. Okay, gotcha. That shiny. What's that shiny spot in the corner? That's me. Gotcha. Okay. Took me a minute. The massive motif on the wall to my left. Oh, I don't know what you guys are talking about now. You're saying silly things about my room. I don't know. Didn't you turn those lights on manually? Maybe they just reconnected to the network? Oh, maybe. That might have been true. The shiny head comment. It is shiny. It's waxed this morning. Shaved and waxed. The dragon thing. Oh, I love the dragon. You guys want to get a good peek at that? That's why I think that should be my background if I was ever going to not do the green screen. That guy. It's upside down, but I think it's so cool. I need more like that. It's awesome. That was for the Maker Faire a couple years ago. I don't think I'll ever take it back to a Maker Faire now. It's just going to stay on my... And then the knight in the background. Yeah. I've got some cool stuff, right? I should have some. And I've got a matrix. Right now I've got the knight. Look at the knight. He's holding a matrix. I haven't finished putting it together. But that matrix that I made around Christmas time, he's holding it now. So, wax on, wax off. My head. Pose the knight to look like he's trying to smite the dragon. That'd be fun. He's, you know what I would put on that matrix would be kind of fun is to let people send messages to it, but we haven't got that far. That's pretty advanced. That might take a while. Can we look at the new Alexa? Oops, sorry. And mine stopped working again. Uh-oh. Is it you're talking about the media player? Let's see if mine's working. Let's see if mine's working. This one is mine. I was listening to like Mozart, Beethoven and Mozart. Oh, I touched my face. That didn't count though. I had a scratch. That was an itch. That was all. It was an itch. Let's see, this was working last time I tried it.
Hello, homies.
It works. Mine's working. So what I would say, Nigel, try making sure that everything is up to date. Like everything is up to the latest that you can. This is Haydn, yeah, but I think it was, I was on like a classical piano. I was having, I needed something to soothe the savage beast because I was having so much trouble and I've been working for days on this network stuff and it was driving me batty. And so I was in my office yesterday. I had like a couple hours to work on things and I was monkeying around with all these settings and I needed some calming music. So I put on some classical piano, try and lull me to sleep or at least lull me out of my rage. To do a PF Sense or a Dream Machine Pro. That's the Dream Machine Pro is the blade, right? It's the thing you slide in the network rack. I guess if you have a network rack, that's good. Wait, how do you do that without text-to-speech is only supported using Notify services? I don't know. I don't know. It works. Let's look and see what I've got here. Let's look at this. So this is my settings for text-to-speech. You guys want this? This is my mini media player. Oh, I guess it's not going to let me do this probably. That was a bad way to do it. I can post it in Discord. That'll be better. Let me put it in the Discord chat. Oh, Frank's new media player card. Oh, awesome. Here's a little preview from Frank. It's a new media player card in version 107 Home Assistant. That'll be fun. Let's go to the live stream channel and I'll post this. If it'll help, hopefully. Hopefully it'll help. So there you go. I put that in the live stream channel. This what I've got here. And that's, I don't know, like it hasn't always worked. It hasn't always worked. I like the idea of doing access when they put out the devices. I need to do a cool Lovelace card for my Xiaomi vacuum cleaner. Anybody has one that they can share? Oh yeah, what's up with that? Let's what vacuum cleaner cards do you guys use? What are you talking about, Ray? What did I miss? Was it oh, the rack mount one. Oh, they're PoE cameras. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Unifi's PoE cameras. I could have used some soothing music trying to get a Lutron Pico to turn on outside Zigbee fan on high. Using Node-RED, 2 hours, finally did it. Well, good job, Chris. I'm sorry it took you so long. Just status check. Oh, status check. You mean for the vacuum? I was really impressed. I was bouncing through the community store the other day, and I was looking at plugins. Right, that's cards, and I was just looking at all these things, and it's just the amount of stuff that's in the community store now it's just gone crazy. So awesome. It's just fantastic. I mean, there's no way I could ever use all of this. Look at this. And these are custom components, basically, the integrations ones, right? These are custom things, like for devices. And then these are the custom card things for Lovelace for the front end. Awesome. And then Themes is growing as well, which is really cool. Themes Themes are growing. Ugly Christmas. Ugly Christmas theme. That's fun. So, anyways, Home System community is wonderful. And thank you, Ludias, for giving us a nice community store. I burped, and that's why I covered my mouth. That's why I touched my face, because I had to burp. Let's see. Have I still got an option in config for? I don't think so, Nigel. Let's look and see, though. I don't think so. I think I took it all out. Oops. Configurator, innator. This is automations. Let's open up configuration. Let's search for she who shall not be named. Oh yeah. Well, this is an input Boolean thing. This or a input select. So that's not it. So no, don't worry about that one. Okay, so this is part of an iOS actionable notifications. I'm scratching my head, doesn't count as touching my face. So this one is one where I had that alarm go off in the office, and when there was motion, it would signal me, and then I could write a text-to-speech message to whoever was in the office. Yes, I still have this part. For the Alexa Media. Okay, the Sonoff camera is reconnecting for some reason. Embolization. You make it Frank look bad. I just like the configurator because it's so snappy, so fast, so easy. That's all. VS Code is awesome too. It's more awesomer. You can do a lot more things with VS Code. This is just quick. That's why I use it. It's light. It's lightweight. It's quick. They shut down schools. The wife is a hospital social worker. We already had one scare a week ago. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it. We'll get banned. But yeah. Big fan. Thanks, TP. Someday I'll get to visit India. Should I go visit India? What do you guys think? All right. So that's what I have there. And then as far as the command, is that what you mean, Nigel? Still helping Nigel here. Notify. So if I go to developer tools and services, then I have Alexa, notify Alexa Media. I tried this and it doesn't. I wish this worked, but it doesn't. I think I can do this. Yeah. It's probably just because I don't have the formatting down right. I don't remember what the formatting is supposed to be. Oh yeah, did you see my? I actually included it, Rick. I put it on mine because I thought it was pretty cool, pretty useful. to have. So here's what I've got. This is just basically what Paulus showed, same kind of thing. Worldwide, confirmed, current, deaths, recovered, and then for me, I put the U.S. in here. Canceled the Smart Home Expo in the UK. Yeah. We just got an email yesterday. It was a little bit crazy, I thought. It was from the hospital system where I work. I don't work for them, but I work at their hospital. And basically they were telling people not to go on vacation. They were saying don't, don't travel. But they were saying, we recommend you don't travel. And then they were saying, if you travel, just know that when you come back, and they're not even saying like China or Italy or whatever. They're just saying, don't go anywhere. Don't go to the airport. Don't go, visit your friends. Don't go to places where there's a lot of people. And then they said, if you come back and you're sick, we're going to force you not to work for 2 weeks or something. Anyways, how did I do it? There's a new component. So if you go to integrations, you have to have version 106, I believe. It was a really fun evening, all in different locations, working on integration release during the video call. It was really cool to do. That's awesome, Frank. That's awesome. So if you go here and then you type Corona, and there it is. And then you put in what country you want it to be, to give you information about, right? So you pick a country here. Italy has been bad, right? So we'll do that. And that's it. And now it's going to show up as sensors. So you can go in here to your states, the states page in the developer tools, and then you can search for right there. Italy confirmed, current, deaths, recovered. Right? Simple. It really worked well. And there goes the monetization. You notice how carefully I've been not saying certain words? Just hit Colorado in the last few days, been retired, remote part of the mountains. Has me feeling sort of safe for now, yeah? Yeah. Supposed to speak this week at Digital X Conference in Copenhagen. Got canceled as well. That's a bummer, man. That's a bummer. Human malware. She hates it, but I love it. I don't think my wife even knows it's there. I don't want to tell her because she already like kind of freaks out. My how-to video has been stripped. Did you do a how-to video about that? And they took it down? That's awful. That's ridiculous. Like, I guess they're trying not to feed into panic or something, but gee whiz. How did I do the night mode on Home Assistant? It's a theme, Crazy Buster. It's a theme. So if you need the community store, okay, Home Assistant community store, and then themes, and then I think this one is the AMOLED. So down here are the ones that I already have. I think it's this one, AMOLED Blue, I think is what this one is. And then once you have themes loaded, you can go here and change them. Cool, eh? So I like this one. It's nice. It's my new fave. Yeah, because the news doesn't cause panic, right? Can we demonetize the news? How about that? Jeez, wouldn't that be lovely? How do I add the community store? I just did a little summary video about it. It does take a few steps. There's a write-up on it. Did I do that? Wait, I think I did that in the Sonoff one. Did I talk about that briefly in the Sonoff one? I kind of think I did. If you go back to this one, check out this one and see. It might be in there. If it's not in there, it's in one of the recent ones I did. It might be there. or if it's not there, then try the Shelly dimmer one. It might be in the Shelly dimmer one because it might have been that integration that I was using when I thought I'll take 30 seconds and show it. So it's in one of those. And then it's also, if you go to this page, Ludius has some instructions on how to install it. Or if this page will give you the link to it anyways. If he doesn't give you the how-to right here, here's the installation page. Sorry. So this is it. And there's a tricky part here. And the tricky part is, yeah, they're pretty good. And you should be able to get up and running with this. There was the tricky part, the part that I think will stump some folks would be getting the GitHub, get your GitHub developer thing. Whoa! Oh, Vanessa! Thank you very much.
Because I appreciate your videos and streams. Go Buckeyes!
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vanessa. Sorry about the explosions. How they doing? Are they playing today? Is today a Big Ten tournament? I saw Michigan was playing Maryland and probably lost. Oh, we were going to talk about that too. Might not have time. It's one of those, just trying to get the views up. Who, me? Oh, I see. Yeah. People are saying that about the virus. El virus. So you download that, restart, add your configuration. There it is, this part. Before you start with the configuration, you need to go to GitHub and get a personal access token. And then this part is, if you don't mess with, these things, this has a few scary looking screens. I mean, talking as somebody who isn't a programming guy, I guess. At some point, I'm going to probably not be able to say that as much anymore. But when you go through these pages, it's a little intimidating if you're not sure. But he walks you through perfectly. I mean, he really does. So that's what you need. And then you put that, he tells you where to put that, and you can use it as a secrets in your configuration, or you can just put it in your configuration. If nobody's looking at your stuff, he tells you right what to do. So it does have a really good explanation. So last one, I'll spam this link at you. What's my real name? Justin Aden. Aden. Just funny that it's such a short, easy name, yet I have to spell it out sometimes. Dave, thank you, my friend. That's super kind. Appreciate you. We'll do this one for you, Dave. Thank you. Make sure you type something in for those of you kind folks when you donate something like that. Type something in because it'll read it out loud here on the speaker. Everybody can hear it, and I can hear it. So I appreciate it very much. Thank you. What were we doing? Oh, yes. We were working on my camera's getting jacked up. But I'm happy to... Is anybody else? I'm not into basketball, so I'm not sure. I just like to annoy you with it. Someday I'll get you if it's the last thing I do. Play some jazz. Yeah, we could do that. You rock. Sign me off work due to CV. Oh, really? Dang, you got signed off work? That's $26. Wow. Thank you, Dave. That's super kind. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Someday I'll get to do this full time. It'll be because of generous folks. Juan M. Tech's set up themes as well. The older video. Excellent. Thank you, Sir Good Enough. I love Juan's videos. He does such a good job. I haven't watched anything lately from him. I've been doing most of my video watching on YouTube lately has been what? Oh, we can pretend. Okay. Most of my YouTube watching lately has been about the bug. I know, was it who was asking? Father Time or Sir Good Enough? One of you guys was asking about the bug. The bug this week. Scratch my face with my elbow. The Steve, thank you, the Steve. Here's some unicorns. The bug, what I'm working on right now is I want to I did the test drive, and I want to get it street legal so we can go on more test drives, more fun rides around just places where. So I need to get, I took the fenders off because I want to redo the rust proof. One of the reasons that that bug is in as good a shape as it's in is because somebody a long time ago put some liner on the bottom, some of that kind of rust proof. It's like rubber paint. It's like painting tar almost onto the car, but it keeps the oxygen out and keeps the rust out. And so it's been preserved and it's been peeling off. It's been chipping off. And so I want to recoat that. So I took the fenders off to make it easier to prep that area and prep the inside of the fenders. And then I want to recoat that stuff and then go back and once I recoat it, put those fenders back on, then I can put the headlights and taillights back on and we can go for rides. Undercoating added by a dealer before sale. You think so? In 1970? Might have been. It could have been. It could have been. I want to seal everything. Now that I've got that, like I bought a, so. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to seal it now myself. I bought a gallon of one of those sealers. And so I'm going to use what I need on the bug. And then hopefully I'll have some left. And I want to do like the bottom of my truck and stuff. Kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like this. Not rhino. Yeah, something like that. So, been looking for a way to do the same. All right, DrZzs, subscribe. Thanks for subscribing. I'm going to do this for you. And somebody else did a second ago, and I think I missed it. Woohoo! My sub. Let's do this part. Let's do this for you too. So I have a couple of these new ones that I did, but they don't work too well because of the green screen stuff. But I'll throw them across here anyways for you, like this one. See what happened because of the green screen? I need to fix that. You like see my ear? Liquid rubber now comes in a paintable version. Yeah, I think that's kind of what this is. The stuff that I got. I can show you what it is. It's called Chassis Saver. I think this is the one I bought. Yeah. Yeah, it's like this. I bought satin black or something like that. I didn't want gloss. But I bought this basically like this. It's like $100 a gallon. And then it tells you to do some prep, but it's not like it has to be intense prep. I'm just doing some wire brushing to get off some big chunks. And then I did get some just degreaser. I'm going to put some degreaser on there and then paint it. Any idea how to use old iPad 3 as a dashboard? Lovelace and AppDaemon doesn't show anything. Tileboard crashes. Home panel login doesn't work. Dang. I'm using Node Red, but the UI dashboard doesn't show cameras. Dang. Ulf, that's a good question. Can you use... So getting Lovelace doesn't work, huh? Lovelace doesn't show up. Can you do it... could you use the Home Assistant app, possibly? And use a certain Lovelace view in the Home Assistant app, if the app works on the iPad? If not, then could you use a different browser? If Safari doesn't work, because the kids are screaming. If Safari doesn't work, can you try Chrome? Can you try downloading Chrome? You did try the iOS app? The other, you know what, another one? What's that one called? HasKit. HasKit. Try HasKit. Try HasKit. And there's an app about it. I don't want this to play sound, but yeah, try HasKit. This is actually pretty good. I've played with it a little bit. I know some guys like James, J After Dark, and some other guys really use it a lot. And it's pretty good. It's really pretty good. He's put a lot of time into this. You haven't tried HasKit? Try HasKit. Oh, okay. Different browsers won't work? Okay. Well, try this. And it should be in the App Store. It's pretty good. You don't think it supports iOS 9? Oh, couldn't say. Could not say. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Beautiful hat. Oh, all right. Let's do a few more things, and then we'll get out of Dodge, because I did just hear my kids screaming at each other. That's usually a sign that they need some dad time. What else? What other questions you guys have? I'm going to have to sort through my cameras, but I think I can figure it out. I don't think the MDNS problem is not what the problem that the cameras is having. I think the problem the cameras is having is just they need to be restarted. And once they restart, they'll reconnect to the network. Because what I did, when I disconnected the old router, I disconnected it. I unplugged all of them and then plugged in the new one and set it up. In the meantime, there was a period of time where things couldn't connect to the network. They tried, but they couldn't. And maybe the cameras stopped trying. And then, of course, in Blue Iris, that's based on IP addresses. And if they did connect, then they got a new IP address. I just need to find out what the IP address is. Can I display my camera in the Amazon Echo Show? I haven't been able to with through Home Assistant. I know some people can, and some people have done a good job, but I haven't been able to. The only way I've been able to do it is through like the FOSCAM Amazon Echo skill. And then you can just tell her, set the address reservations first. I'm going to write that down, Jordan. Writing that down. That pen sucks. I'm going to get a different pen. Reservations first. Okay. How do I integrate motion eye cameras into Lovelace? Oh, well, I don't have motion eye turned on at the moment, but if you've set up motion eye as the add-on, which I assume you have, right, Crazy Buster? If you've set it up as the add-on, then in your developer tools under states, if you type in camera dot something, do you get your cameras? Then reboot the cameras. Writing this down. Reboot. Reserve them in my non-DHCP range, right? I wonder then, so it's been so long, and I don't even have motion eye turned on anymore. I thought they came in automatically, and yours are not, huh? I wonder what that could be. Anybody still using motion eye? I liked motion eye. Motion eye was nice and simple. The only reason I didn't is because it was using too much CPU on my... Oh, Tim's here. Tim Barnes is here. Oh, thank goodness. All right, we'll start over. Everybody rewind back to the beginning. Let me do, let's do this. Okay, great. Hey, Tim's here. How's it going, everybody? Thanks for being here. How's that for a welcome, huh? You like that? Use the stream URL IP for motion eye. Oh, okay. So if they don't come in here, thank you, K-Mall. K-Mall's got your answers there, Buster, Crazy Buster. So what you'll have to do in your configuration is set up a camera. Somehow, which way do you use, K-Mall? Do you use MJPEG or do you use generic, or what do you do? Good news though, Motion Eye will get USB camera support and hardware acceleration. Yes. Awesome. You gonna make me go back to Motion Eye? No, I like Motion Eye a lot. It was very simple and it just worked. So so in Motion Eye, it should give you, okay, so Sam Phoenix. Well, you've got some people there, Buster, that do use it and can help you. The stream is loading and loading. Oh yeah, that's happened to me. Why is that? Help me understand that too, you fellas that have that working. So sometimes when you do a camera in Home Assistant, right now I don't think I have any cameras working in Home Assistant. Let's go. Oh, actually I have one. I have this one. So this camera, when I click on it, it gives me the live view. And it just comes up. And it doesn't say loading stream or whatever. That camera is set up. Which way? Let's find it. Is it not? Oh, it's not here. It's under. It's because it's Octoprint. There it is. So that camera is set up like this. That's it. MJPEG, URL, and that's it. Action stream. Maybe that's what I need to do, huh? Is it because of that part? Because that one doesn't load and load and load, and the other ones do. So, for example, if we do go to my, if we go back to my Blue Iris for a second, we can see a camera that's working, like my camera right here. Dawson's trying to sneak up on me. Good luck, buddy. So this camera is called, what is this camera called? Let's get the names. Office. Okay. I'm so original with these. So if we go here, we look at what I have in my config for office camera. Dad's office right here. Okay. So I've got this. So there's a camera entity in Home Assistant for that. If I go back here, states. Come on. If I go camera, what you got there? Huh? Oh, do you need to charge it? Oh, it's Blue Iris Office. No. That's the other thing is the Blue Iris. Maybe I need to try that. Why is Office not coming up? Oh, Dad's office, dummy. Because I've named things funny. Okay. If I go to this, oh, there it is. Call me a liar. Okay. Let's try another one. What's this one? This one's the basement. Oh, there's Holly up there. Oh, that toy room. Well, we have family coming over today, so it's just going to get wrecked. Even worse. So let's try that basement camera. Dang, it's not doing it now. So sometimes it'll just go loading stream and it won't come up. And of course, I don't know why it's not doing it now. It's making me a liar. It's working when I don't expect it to. How strange is that? Backyard. Let's try that one. Oh, maybe it's patio. Yeah. Nope, that one's working too. Sorry, I tried to make it fail. Let's see, what do we got here? Seems like something we need to add. I know that other home automation platforms like HomeSeer can do this. Which part, Steve? Sorry, because I wasn't trying to get room-aware switches. Work. Has anyone gotten this to work? The living room echo will turn on the living room lamp by default, not specify another device. That's a good, yeah. That's a good suggestion. I have no idea how to make that happen. Click on the camera window for a quick route to settings on that camera. Oh, like this? Why didn't we do that? Anyways. Which is my best camera model? Oh my gosh. That's a good question. Let me think about that for a second. I think probably the Amcrest. I think probably like this. This is an Amcrest pan tilt Wi-Fi or Ethernet camera that makes things pretty. Actually, this one's a Foscam, but they're like the same. This one's a Foscam. This one's an Amcrest. This one's an Amcrest. They're pretty reliable. The images are pretty good. They're pretty easy to hook up. They're not very expensive. You don't need a bunch of special equipment. This is that one that I'm still trying to make a video about. It's this was that really expensive one, that Instar that they sent me. And it's got like MQTT ability built in and some things. This is a generic something, PoE. And then these that aren't working these are Foscam. Let's see, this one's Foscam, this one's Foscam. I'm sure it's just IP addresses have changed. This one is Foscam. This one is Reolink. This one's Amcrest, just with a different IP address. Got changed. Just assign device rooms in your 9RLX app. Oh, okay, cool. There you go. Jordan's got the answer for you. Maybe your network is starting to work, not having delays on your cameras. Could be. Could be. Oh, and the blue iris. I'm sorry. Blue iris one. But I can't do properties? Oh, I guess I can do some things here. Well, that's good. I didn't know I could do all that. I guess I can't do the setup part, though, can I? Right click on the camera window. Like for one of these, say. I can't change the settings on this one. I can restart it. Well, I probably can't restart it because it's not connected. Can I change the IP address in here? It doesn't look like I can. Camera management? No. Yeah, I have to go in. This is just the Blue Iris UI 3, not the whole thing. Reboot the house. This should be the latest, unless it's unless there's been an update in the last, I don't know, month. Like, please like. All right, let's finish up. I wonder if this thing is going to work for the kids to sign off this time. Probably not. It hasn't worked lately, which is weird because I can go to Home Assistant and I can activate that. How many Blue Iris sessions do I need open at a time? If I go here, I go to states. This is going to be funny, but I'm going to go to automations. And I'm going to search for sign off. Cube toss for sign off. If I just go here and activate this, then it should work. And fail. Oh, man. Went to check my network and my cloud key has failed again. Factory reset time again. Dang, Seamus. Sorry, brother. What kind do you have? Do you have this same thing? This Unifi setup? But you don't have the Dream Machine probably, right? Boy, I type bad. Yeah, you're in the supervisor app, yeah. And I'm just in the user interface, the web user interface. If that doesn't work, then you know the cube was good the entire time. Yeah, cube is good. Which is funny because if I shake it, it works. So there must be something in, I bet you, if we go here, let's go to the automation. This is why I need to change this. Is Blade still here? Blade's been helping me. He's been trying to help me. I make it difficult, but he's been trying to convert things to Node Red because that's what I should do. If I look here for sign off, there's probably something funky in here. This is probably wrong somehow. And I've reformatted some of these text-to-speech things so many times. I think maybe this needs to be backed up a little bit. But anyways, I can do this. I can also still, since it's working, I just go to my media card. Let's see, this one doesn't have any media player stuff on it. This one does. And here's the Echo Show. Janice is listening to Jackie Child, Sunday music. And we're going to put in here, it's time for sign off. It's time for sign off. See what happens. Needs to be in quotes. Let's go look and see the bedtime one works. The other thing I can do that'll get them coming is if I do the bedtime one. That didn't seem to work. If I shake it, see, it works.
Scriptures and prayer, pajamas, and tea. Scriptures and prayer,
No, they get all
pajamas,
mad about that
and
one.
tea.
But see, look, this one
Scriptures
works,
and prayer, pajamas,
but
and
the
tea.
indent was different. This one works, but the indent, that's the only difference, right? So anyways, now here they come. Here they come. No, we're not going to bed, right? Oh, Gracie's having a hard day. You want to go take a nap with Dad?
No.
What if I want to take a nap?
In two.
Come from France. Really like the videos. Learn a
In
lot of
2
things about
hours,
home
people are
assistant.
gonna
You're
start-
welcome. 2 hours, people are going to start coming? Well, then I definitely need to go take a nap. Okay. Quotes and fix the indent. All right. Data type is different too. Oh, okay. Well, I'll make sure that I fix those. Oh, type announce versus text to speech. You're right. You're right. I didn't notice that. Would you itch my nose? Because I'm not supposed to touch my face.
Why?
Because it's how you spread colds, I guess. Take care in the hospital. Until next time. All right. What should we do for? I haven't given away stickers in a long time, but we're not going to do that today either.
I have my own drink, so I don't drink it.
I'm just going to copy this one and just change a couple things and then make it work. All right. Should we just do a regular old sign off?
Yeah. Let's
Okay.
just do as fast as we can. No, let's just do as next
Okay.
time. Adios.
wait.
Let's just
Okay.
do as next time. Adios.
No.
No.
Let's do it for real. Okay, here we go. Hit those likes, everybody. Thanks for being here. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. As always, thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. All right. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks, everybody, for tips and such. And thanks for all your help. And have a good week. Next Sunday, I will be working. I will not be able to do a stream next Sunday. So it's going to be Monday. Okay? So no stream Sunday.